Yo guys, this is Reinhardt and we're gonna be fighting a multi-gladiator red, gladiator Resto shaman, and I'm not 100% sure what the warrior is, probably high rated also. And we're running as a decay Resto Druid Shadow Priest, and I really like this comp because it has a lot of advantages, really good multi-dotting, really good off-dotting. There are a few weaknesses, but I'm probably gonna go over it in the details. But anyway, so I'm starting on the warrior and I'm switching here to a red paladin, and he's going down. And basically his healer, he popped Aura Mastery and I gripped the heal twice. And right now basically our job is to actually, believe it or not, but to survive this burst as much as possible. The red is cutting and he's gonna be cutting me for a long time. This is actually gonna be a 6-minute match, believe it or not. And we just forced a bubble out of red, but it's not gonna be over yet. We got it off and I'm switching back to a red. Also guys, if you notice, I'm sitting in the blood presence because it's a right thing to do against the melee cleaves. The biggest benefit for Unholy, aside from rune regeneration, is also speed. And it means a lot, but if you're not gonna be able to survive, what the benefit of Unholy presence is if you're dead, right? Excuse me. So right now I'm switching to a Resto shaman, and this is what you have to do when you're running like a really good type of thing, a dot cleave. As Unholy Decay, you will have to be switching quite a good amount of times, and they're gonna get me dangerously low here because warrior pops his cooldowns, and I'm cutting right here, and I put my pet sack and a Lichborn heal at the same time just because the burst is just so damn ridiculous. Shadow Priest off-healed me a little bit, and I'm stuck in Necros on Red Paladin. The Red Paladin is probably gonna be the best kill target because they do have a lot of healing, and from what I understand and talking to the other Reds, their healing also diminished if you are swapping onto the Reds themselves. Well, at least they won't be able to cast anything. So at this point, the biggest thing what you need to do is you need to treat it like you're fighting a double healer. Red sustain is a little bit on the lower part, but their healing is ridiculous. You guys are gonna see how much and how long it's gonna take us to kill. We are ooming them already at like a 2 minutes mark, not even 2 minutes, maybe roughly like even minute and a half mark, and they still gonna be fighting us for a really long time. And I'm gonna be showing you a few things that you need to do against the rest of shamans as well. So I gripped him in, popped the Soul Reaper on RNG dependent, but he healed himself full. So I'm just trying to like a dot cleave here and try to get as many targets low as possible. We got a full clone on the Resto shaman, and I'm still training red out here. He dispelled my diseases, so I'll have to reapply my diseases relatively short on him, and there we go. And I'm gonna do a blood bowl here again to spread out my diseases, actually 2 of those. And red is getting low, warrior is getting low, shaman is also off-dotted by my dots. I'm swapping to him and he juked me out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just stack necrotics here and basically hope for the best. We did off-dot the shaman, so he's gonna be taking quite a bit of damage here, and I am gonna spread stun him for a full duration. And look at him, his HP is not going down for one particular reason, is red's off healing, but we did force the Spirit Link Totem off of them. And right before my Soul Reaper procced, it procced, but he was still able to tap himself up. So right now I'm again swapping him to red, spreading out my diseases, and their shaman is going on. My priest is kind of on a low mana part also, so he will need to have to multi-dot a lot and spread a lot of Empiric Touches because they do actually help Shadow Priest mana to keep his HP up. And red pop wins here, and we got a full cycle on him. Shaman was behind me, so I'm gonna be swapping to him Blood Bowl to get my Death Rune, and I'm gonna be swapping here again onto the red. And again, like I said, it's very important for you as Unholy Decay to do a lot of swaps because there's a lot of dots that you will need to be applying. I'm gripping him back, and I popped my Engineering Glove, and I popped my Gargoyle at the same time on the stretch, trying to stack up those necrotics. One necrotic at a time, but it does make a big difference. Now he buffed himself up, so we basically got away from 2 buffs, a bubble, and a Spirit Link Totem. So this match is practically in our big advantage, but just because the red's off healing is so important and so huge, we won't be able to get a kill for another like 2 minutes at the very least. And the biggest problem when you fight against the red warrior is if you survive the first warrior CDs, there's no guarantee that you're gonna survive the next warrior CDs, and this is what they're kind of hoping for. Just prolong the match, let the warrior to get his offensive cooldowns, have the red pop his offensive cooldowns, and yeah, that will actually wreck us and will do a lot of damage to us. And he juked me here on my Mind Freeze, and I'm still applying those necrotics. I still have a Soul Reaper, but it's not proccing. I'm getting my Death Runes, and I'm trying to stack up necrotics, more necrotics on RNG DTF. And right now I'm noticing this Mana Tide Totem just ticking there, so I'm gonna just poke it out, because that's the right thing to do against the Resto Shamans, is to poke their Mana Tide Totem, Healing Stream or Healing Tide Totem, and poke their Capacitor Totems. All three of those have to be done. Otherwise, if you're doing that, you will cripple their healing by a really good amount, and their offensive capability or defensive via Capacitor Totem. Capacitor Totem is a new totem that stuns for 4 seconds, AoE stun. It takes about 3 to 4 seconds to activate it. I'm not sure what's exactly the activation time of it, but they can place it in a different location, meaning that they can put it behind the pillar, let for it to get charged up to get AoE stun, and then pop it onto the other location. I'm sweeping to Resto Shaman here really quickly, and again stacking those Necros. He's completely dry and but the problem here, my Soul Reaper is about to proc on him too, but we know the Reds have healing, and it's quite large, so we got the second Spirit Link Totem out of him, and there's no point in killing the Spirit Link Totem, because we just stacked so many off dots on them that all three of them are getting very low. And this is the second Red's bubble, so he survived from 2 bubbles already, and the warrior CDs are about to come off too. He did use his avatar and trinket beforehand, so in this case, by the way, I have a Soul Reaper on the warrior, it's gonna proc, but still he actually out-healed through it relatively easily. And he's probably waiting for his activated trinket and another avatar to come up before he can pop the recklessness and do a full thing. I did get my Death Runes going here, and I have my activated trinket coming off the CD soon too. And I did use my again Glove Enchant. Glove Enchant is amazing, and when the Druid symbiozes you, it actually pretty damn awesome. If you pop the mushroom with the activated trinket, all of your foes are gonna take a large amount of dot damage. And after about 6 minutes match, we were able to get a finally kill onto the red poly, and we completely owned the freaking healer too at the same time. And this was actually quite exhausting match, and these guys were pretty damn good. And I have another 3s match. It's against the Feral and Reinhardt Shaman, and what you need to know about this camp is that they have a lot of instances on your healer. Instant cast Cyclone procs and instant cast Hex procs, and they both try to go on my Shadow Priest over here, and I don't have a grip, I don't have pills, so I decided to just connect and actually make their Shaman's life miserable. I popped my Glove Enchant and I put a mushroom down for extra cleave dot damage, and in hopes to get more Death Runes without even worrying of reapplying my diseases, and it's actually going to be really good. They do have a detox from the actual monk talent that dispels your dots, like he did it right now. I did a full stun on him, and gonna get him very low here, but he's still gonna survive. He's still gonna off-heal him from the both Feral and Enhancement Shaman off-heals. That's another thing about this camp, is that they have a lot of off-heals via Feral off-heals and the Enhancement Shaman off-heals, and I got a full leg sweep here. I'm gonna be still training their monk here, because that's kind of the right thing to do. Monks, if you train them, they actually cannot heal a lot, and this is where off-dotting the actual Feral and Enhancement Shaman are gonna come in handy. Now I got a Mind Freeze on him, and he right now is healing, so I got my Blood Tap going and Strangulated Foam with the Soul Reaper up. Soul Reaper procs and the Shaman dies. This is the best thing I like about the Soul Reaper, is that if you protect it with a Strangulate or a good necrotic stacks, it's almost a guaranteed proc, and when it procs, it does a lot of damage. It's kind of a needed for Unholy, because Unholy did need it execute for a long period of time. So we killed the hands here, and the Feral is just dicking around there, and he's not gonna 3v1 this. So thanks a lot everybody for watching. If you like this video, please click a like. If you want to see more Arena RBG footages, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, guys, and до свидания.